Hello, everyone. I suppose I'm audible. Hello, and good evening, and welcome to yet another live streaming episode on Market Insights. And It's been quite the week. I suppose everyone has been trading and everyone has been seeing a lot of volatility in the market, lots of up and downs in multiple currency pairs and multiple commodities, and also the surprising element has come out with a lot of news, especially news trading has come out to be on top with wheat. That is what we eat in India, that is wheat, has been uh, uh, an eye opener after Russia. you know it took its hand away, it took itself, it receded from the Black Sea agreement. So the prices jumped up, so we will try to catch that as well, try to do a lot of summary of what is happening and what has happened and what is going to be in the near future. So we will be seeing all of that. uh, Before starting, let's just take a moment to understand the current situation of the market. Okay, a lot of currencies and a lot of things are looking as if they are going to change their trend. Okay, a lot of news is being flown around like something. Okay, and a lot of analysts are coming out, supposed analysts who are giving dates and times and who are giving supports and levels and stuff like that, after which everything will reverse and the market will go topsy turvy. But we are going to make a logical analysis of when that will happen, how it will happen, and what we are supposed to do when such things happen. Okay, so as you can see, the current title of the video is long term and short term prediction in oil and other commodities. Today we are going to be a lot more wholesome than that, not just commodities, not just oil, but a lot of things are happening in the market and we are going to cover that as well, especially this week has been quite outstanding. Let me just okay. So this week has been quite interesting because a lot of things have happened. The United Kingdom has gotten a new leader in the form of Rishi Sunak. Okay, and Russia's confrontation with Ukraine, its economic impacts have been seen today and yesterday as well, and multiple days. A lot of commodities are being uh, you know pumping up due to that, and it is not good, especially when we are talking about inflation for quite some time now. And we will see that what we are supposed to do in such a scenario. Okay, so let me just start the screen and let's see what our agenda for today will be. Okay, so let's just okay. Yes, so here we go. So hello everyone, who those who have joined just now. We were just discussing how we are going to uh, you know look at a lot of things in this particular week, because it is going to be quite an exciting week for the whole forex industry, because a lot of banks are coming out with their rate decisions and revisions as well, and a lot of comments are being made and are going to be made this week. So we need to be keeping our eyes and ears open throughout this week and trade accordingly. Don't hastily make any decisions that certain commodity is turning up to be completely, it is going into a reversal. Before that, we need a lot of confirmation for a reversal. The trend that has been going on for 6 months or 8 months or 12 months. It won't reverse on a overnight news. Okay, that is the basic agenda of the market. Create that hysteria, create that frenzy. Frenzy is the particular word that one might look for. Frenzy, that we have to avoid. Okay, frenzy is very very bad, especially if you're a trader. Those who trade on a regular basis, they might understand what I'm saying. So that frenzy, that kind of an attitude, that market, some people are saying this, some people are saying that, then we are taking decisions, that is very very wrong. We need to be completely objective in our analysis, completely based on facts. And even if the price moves in our direction before we join in that particular party, then let that party go. There are going to be a lot of opportunities, I'm telling you, in the coming week and in the coming months as well. So let's start. We will do technical as well as some fundamental talk today, based on commodities and currency. Currency I've included. Previously, the part was only restricted to commodities only, but I will do currency today because a lot of things are happening. So we need to be aware about that. And we already know that how we are doing things here. Okay, we try to do more without letting the quality being hampered. Okay, so let's see what's our agenda today. First, we will go through a lot of news that is expected this week. Okay, so news impact analysis, we will see what is going to happen this week and how it is going, to happen. That is very very crucial this week. Especially this week will set the idea for how to trading in the coming weeks as well. So that is why we need this news impact analysis. What will be the impact and how long will it continue? Next, we will see all these. We will try to, because I have included currencies as well, and some things are very very surprising, very very important from the perspective of technical analysis in a lot of currencies, especially GBP USD and Euro USD as well. So we will look at that as well. Okay. So second is dollar index. We will try to see what's going on in dollar index as well. Then oil I suppose I have done in the previous session as well. So we will try to see that. Silver, copper, GBP USD I already told. Euro USD we will look at, and Australian dollar Aussie, because already a 25 basis point, a quarter percentage point has been hiked by the Reserve Bank of Australia recently, right? So what impact it had? Okay, what impact it had and what kind of an impact we can expect in the coming months, in the coming week, that we need to see. Okay, sure. So let us begin. So starting week of November, it's the mid of almost this quarter, and the previous quarter was quite expected. Everything was on point. Whatever we analyzed and whatever we did on, even on live streamings, that has happened. Those levels have been retraced, and those levels have been working quite well. That is one of the success that we need to appreciate. But this quarter is kind of a little bit of a tricky quarter, because it is not only just a quarter we are talking about. This is the end of the whole year, and right now the impact of the rate hikes are going to be visible slowly. Okay, as I already said previously also, everything is not overnight news. Okay, overnight nothing happens except for companies and except for stocks. Okay, if the stock has gotten some contract from US based company, let's say Infosys has got a contract from US based company, and it has got a multi-million or multi-billion dollar contract, then that particular stock can jump up overnight. That is an overnight news. But when we are talking about whole situation of the economy itself, then we need to be a lot more precarious, a lot more vigilant, because a lot of factors go in to understanding what is happening in the forex market. Okay, so economic parameters are also there this whole week, and the news events, and later on we will have the inflation wala week. So next week is also going to be very important. Inflation numbers will be coming out, and we will see where we actually stand. Okay, after the rate revision. So yes, let's get on with this. RBA, the Reserve Bank of Australia, has recently increased 25%, 25 basis points in its. Let me just show you what impact it will have, that we will also try to understand. Okay, so here we go. I hope it is visible. I hope this is visible, right? I hope the screen is visible right now. So we saw today itself, somewhere around in the morning at 9, that the cash rate of RBA was revised, and it took of 25%, 25, sorry, it's coming out as 3%, right? But it is 0.25%, that is 25 basis points hike by Australian dollar central bank, right? So this decision was actually quite anticipated decision, and that is why we will see in Australian dollar that today we have got a very good green candle. Okay, if we will go down to 30-minute time frame, we will see what has happened throughout the day. The day starts 1st November, right? So somewhere around this time, this is the day starting, and this has been the movement, just one-sided movement. It suffered some losses from here, some coverage, because somewhere around at 9 we were expecting the rate decision, right? So this is Australian dollar against United States dollar. Now look at how the market reacts. The more important thing is to see how the market is reacting towards certain things, right? Market opens up, it goes all the way up, and the uh, rate decision was coming around at 9 o'clock. So this is the candle at 9 o'clock. Then it comes down all the way here, and then it again moves up, making almost a similar low. It again moves up, again makes this similar low, and then it moves up. So this has been quite a week, quite a day for Australian dollar. Okay, so let's see. The price was anticipated. The increase in the rates were anticipated by the market. So a lot of people bought, and if you can see, if we are going to remove this line, we can see that this was a complete consolidation from this point till this point. So this was kind of a support region also. After it went down from here, it took a support and then it went up. And then almost near to this line, it took a support. But before that, there was a consolidation in this range. Okay, and this was the breakout point from this consolidation. And you might have, one might trade like this as well. Okay, certain consolidations and then up, pump out. So this is also called a rectangle formation that we have seen previously in our video of American chart patterns, right? So this was the case, a proper consolidation, because lows, supports are taken multiple times, resistance are taken multiple times. Okay, and now we are seeing an uptrend. Okay, and it might reach, and it was previously predicted also 64 point 60 point 0.6458. Okay, somewhere around. It might go all the way up also, 0.65. That kind of movement we can anticipate. So it can go up as well. The problem is that tomorrow, almost at midnight, we will have USD's rate decision. Okay, again the similar kind of a volatility in the short term we will see, and then the market will stabilize like this. This was a, if I will delete this, you can see, look, this candle is quite extreme, and it is very absurd looking, isn't it? So this candle looks absurd. We have seen normal wicks till this point, and this has shown to be a very good covering candle from the below. So this is almost a covering candle. If you will go down to 5-minute time frame, we will see how it has covered every 5 minutes. But this is what has happened, and somewhere around this candle, we have seen that a low can be made around this point as well. So when it made another low almost near to this low, then the prices started moving upwards. Okay, because the market has stabilized at this point. Okay, apart from that, this particular candle almost looks like a hammer, isn't it? We have already done that in Japanese candlestick patterns, right? So let me. Okay, this one candle looks like a hammer, isn't it? So almost covering from all the way down here, low is around 0.6404, and the cover that has been almost 0.6424, that is 24. So 20 pips of a covering has been done in this case, so which is quite good, and this can be an early sign of where the price is going to head. Okay, so prices moved up and currently they are moving up. Okay, it looks as if it is going to go up, but in the shorter time frame. Okay, it in the shorter time frame, the volatility also will be higher tomorrow as well because of United States decision that is going to come out. Okay, apart from that, we will notice some changes. We will try to point out some pick some points from RBA governors remarks that he made recently in his speech. Okay, so what does he say? Let's see. He says that the board's base case is that the interest rates will keep on going higher, okay, to bring the inflation back to target, okay. But the forecast will be completely dependent upon what the coming data, incoming data. Exactly the same thing has been said by the Federal Reserve Chairman, that is Powell, and RBA's Governor Lavi also says the same thing. Now, good point about Australian dollar is that the recession fears are less. Okay, according to a Bloomberg survey, I have not put in the data here because that will be some problem, might be problem. Okay, but I will tell you that according to a survey, uh, Australia is looking quite resistant towards a recession. So that might be the case why they are looking forward for certain data, and they have done 50 basis point hikes till now, okay, for like 4 months straight. Now they have changed their decision to 25 basis point hike, and the most important point will be in the next week, in the coming week, the CPI data will define where the situation of Australian dollar is going to be. Okay, so this has been said in by Governor Lavi in his speech. And given the uncertainties regarding the outlook, we will be watching very carefully how the economy and inflation pressures evolve over the summer. Okay, so in the whole world, there is going to be a winter, and in Australia, there is going to be a summer. Okay, because because it is in the southern hemisphere. So during the summer, that means till June, okay, till April, they will look out for what is going to happen in this situation. And after that, there might be certain changes in their policies as well. Apart from that, we have got US rate decision. Obviously, a lot of people are expecting a 75 basis point hike, and the only problem is that multiple people don't understand. They wait for the news to come out and then they trade, but they don't know that price has already discounted for such news, which is already out in the open. The market is completely trading upon that. Okay, everything is dependent upon that information, and everybody knows it. If everybody knows it, remember that the move has been completely eaten up by the market itself. Okay, there is nothing to see there. Now we will do the USDX that we saw first one, USDX. Let's just close it up. Okay, yes. So United States dollar index, it has been uh, in trouble quite a lot, right? These are the levels that are drawn. This 30-minute time frame. Today's day has been quite depressing for United States dollar index. It has completely been a red day. Yesterday it covered very, very well. Okay, yesterday it covered really well, and it went all the way up to 111.5, which was quite good looking at the current scenario. But everything was priced in, and USDX is now falling down all the way till this point, which is the support level around 110.639. Okay, now good thing is the next support level is very below, so it won't go all the way. Okay, it will somewhere uh, settle in for this particular position, or it may cover as well. Okay, looking at the current scenario, it may cover as well. So both the situations are possible. Okay, because at 7:30 p.m., that is 1 hour after we complete our live streaming session, there are two important data points that will be coming out. First is the PMI. It is obviously going to be under pressure. So if it comes above 50, it is very good. Okay, because 50 is the expected rate that we are looking out for PMI. But if it is lower than 50, even 49 point something, then it will be a very crucial point that the whole bearish day will continue into a bearish momentum. But if it is continuing into a green day, I would say Jolt job openings won't impact much. Okay, because Jolt job openings has already been coming down. Okay, despite revisions. Previously also we saw a very good dip from the expected amount. That is, the expected was around 11.07 million, and the actual came out to be 10.05 million. Almost a million openings were not there. Right now we are expecting 9.75 million, which is quite high, I would say, and accordingly the job data will come out. Now question is what will happen tomorrow and day after tomorrow. That is more important. Okay, on Wednesday, almost at the midnight, there will be the federal funds rate that will be revised. Current rate is going on at 3.25%, and a 75 basis points hike will make it 4%. Now this is not the terminal rate. There is also some breathing space left for the Federal Reserve Bank of United States to adjust their terminal rate according to the inflation data that will come out. But 75 basis points is everybody's ask, and the market is also gulped in that information, and that is why it is coming down. Okay, and once it will reach all this at this level, it might cover itself above as well. Okay, now that covering will be intraday. That is going to be very, very important. That covering of that day's candle, like tomorrow's or day after tomorrow's candle, both the days will be intraday covering. Okay, everyone will cover their positions intraday, apart from some investors and some retail investors. So we can see a lot more volatility tomorrow and day after tomorrow. Okay, because it is almost near midnight, and you can stay awake at midnight to see how the market reacts to it. At just open up at 11:25 and put the United States dollar index or United States yen on your chart, and put it on 5 minute time frame, and see how the market reacts. Okay, it goes up and goes down, and then it stabilizes somewhere. Okay, so that will happen. Later on we will see something from GBP as well, because they also want to be there in the news. So a lot more data is going to come out. People are also expecting a revision of 75 basis points from the Bank of England. Okay, so a lot more data, a lot more things are coming out. ISM services, very important data. Services is going to be quite a data we have to look at, whether the factories, whether the services sector is going up or down. That is also very, very crucial, I would say. And later on, last but not the least, the employment data of United States. This is going to be quite an interesting week, I would say, full of ups and downs, full of volatility. And I hope every one of you will trade and will earn good amounts of dividends and throughout this week. Okay. So let's start the discussion, the technical discussion on different assets. Okay, as we were talking about, this is the current scenario of USDX, where it will go, how it will go. Okay, it might come down as well, or it might cover intraday. Next day, tomorrow, great volatility will be there. It will cover intraday, and you might take positions accordingly. Look at the time and take positions. Okay, look at the events and then take positions, because it is very crucial. All of this crucial data is already going to be churned up tomorrow. So a lot of people who are going to take long positions might cover within the day. Okay. So that is a trouble for those who are entering late. That is going to be the case. After that, we will go on to something very interesting that is happening in GBP. Okay. So let's just, I've done drawn already something. So we will just work on this as well. So this is the long term trend lines on GBP USD, and we have seen a complete downtrend, okay, which has sharpened and has steepened after February, right? So almost like 8 months, 8 9 months, we are seeing a downtrend which is very sharp. And why GBP is facing a resistance? It is going up. It is, everybody is talking about GBP covering all this way from below parity, I would say, right? No, no, almost parity, 1.03565. From almost parity to the current scenario of 1.15, people are saying it will go all the way to 1.5. That is just outrageous, because this trend line is not going to be easy to break. Okay, no matter what people say, if we see a breakout here, then only we can say something very, uh, very consolidated in a comprehensive way. We can say yes, it has broken out. But look at how the resistance is acting, and how the price action is reacting towards this trend line. It is respecting this trend line. How can we say that the whole trend has been reversed? Obviously, right? So this is the scenario. It will keep on going up, going down, going up, going down, but this trend line is of essence. Okay, this is important. If this is not getting breached, then how can we say that it will go all the way up? Okay, another part that I wanted to show you is that, except for a small anomaly, sorry, okay, give me a moment. That line will be coming up soon. Yes. Okay, except for this little anomaly here, because of certain, adventures taken up by the newly formed government. Okay, certain adventures were taken on 26th September, right? So this is an anomaly, but apart from that, this also is a supporting trend line, I would say. So the price is now going to fluctuate, and it has been fluctuating for the last 8 9 months between these two trend lines. Okay, very good mark for uh, trading within the range. Okay, trading within this channel, it's a very good mark. Except for this scenario where people are saying that it will go up, I'm still not sure, because a lot many troubles stand in front of United Kingdom and Bank of England, and they need to sort those issues out. Okay, this is going to be a very important and very volatile pair in the coming week. Okay, so this is the scenario. If you want to get to know the levels, we can take switch on the Fibonacci. We won't get much in on the daily time frame. However, we go down to 15 minutes, we can see that it works really, really well. Okay, this particular indicator is just favorite of mine, apart from the price action strategy, of course. This works very well. Okay, it went all the way up to the pivot 1.51, and then also we have to keep this trend line on. Okay, never ever delete your trend line. Never think of it as a clutter. Okay, many people delete the trend line thinking that it is obstructing my vision or something like that, but don't do that. Okay, trend is your friend, and trend line is your biggest friend. Okay, nobody will come out and say yes, this is the resistance zone. Be very aware. No matter what people are saying, you have to be aware in this situation. Now look at this, somewhere around this only we have seen a resistance currently forming up. So the price may go down as well. Now another important price action, why price action is important, I'm going to show you that where is it, yes, this level has acted as a resistance, right? Now it has acted as a resistance in the previous time also, in the price action previous time also. Look, it has acted as a support here, here, four times, three times it has acted as support, right? Multiple times. Then it has acted as a resistance, uh, in this case, I suppose, right? So this has been a past price action wala line that has acted multiple times as support. Now this particular support line has converted itself into a resistance. Now this is also very good long covering candle. Okay, a lot many people covered their long positions here. It is failing to go up because of this resistance that is around 1.549. Okay, so this line is another resistance apart from the pivot points or pivot points. So this is the situation in GBP/USD on an intraday basis. Daily, you won't see multiple levels to be acting very very fairly. Okay, it will take time. Okay, for intraday traders, that was the level. For those who are looking for some range trading or swing trading, you can refer to this trend line and this trend line. Good for now. Let's move on to, we have done USDX, we have done GBP USD. Let's look at USD JPY as well, because that is also has been in the news for quite some time. Okay, okay, okay. I just want to show you one thing. So the volatility has been reducing, which means suddenly tomorrow it will increase. Okay, the volatility is shrinking. Can you see the bands? Where is that brush? Yes, you see the bands are going like this, they're shrinking. This is called a shrink. Okay, the bands are shrinking, which means lesser volatility. Okay, but in this case tomorrow there will be a higher volatility, so the bands will move up, it will go in one direction, and there is upside remaining in US dollar. Okay, until and unless some intervention is made on the behalf of Bank of Japan and they come out with some intervention, until then we can expect that such a movement is very very possible. Okay, why I'm saying this is that because we have drawn already this particular thing in the past and it has worked really really well. So if there is a downside to USD JPY, let me just see if this is correct or not. It's almost immaculate, no worries in that. Okay, they've got touch points as well, so no worries in that. Next, why there is a downtrend? Okay, so the level that it reached previously was very high, and it was almost like more than a century high. Sorry, more than a decade high, right? Almost around 151, and then it pumped down, and it is currently trading at 147. So, is there any downside remaining? Obviously, there is a downside here. Okay, there is a downside here, dear. But the problem is the whole week is occupied by news, and when there is news, the trading is almost almost risky, more than usually risky. So tomorrow this might cover as well. Tomorrow's situation we will be able to say better, because the price has already been discounting that information. If it is 75 basis points hike, then we can see a slight upward move, and then the prices will stabilize and then it will continue to move up, okay, in the coming days. But in the coming time, if BOJ comes up with a news that certain intervention has to be made, then the market will correct itself, and it might go in this manner also. Okay, after slightly going up, it might be this case also. Okay, There is upside also in United States dollar versus yen. Okay, there is upside remaining, but this trend line is very crucial. This trend line has to be broken in order for dollar to completely change its direction. Okay, if anyone says anything, don't trust that. Okay, don't trade on even my advice, I would say. Okay, trust your instincts, trust your objectiveness, and listen to the news more than you listen to anything else. I would say not listen, but to read the news, because if you're listening, then also there is a trouble. Now, what about the levels? So, sir, let's see what the levels can be. Okay, the whole situation has ended up into a bearish day, and this might mean a bearish month overall for dollar versus yen. Right, this might turn out to be a very crucial month for dollar, because it is a transitional transitory phase between a very high rate hikes, and the impact of those rate hikes. Okay, so this continued to be a very good resistance. This acted as a very good resistance around 150.296, and there was a slightly upside, which is almost like a volatility based move, but then it covered itself all the way down. Now, if this day's candle is a marubozu, so almost looking like a marubozu, then there might be a downside remaining throughout this month. Okay, like this, or it might go also down. I'm not doing any indicator, so let us check certain indicators which might tell us more. The price action is not saying anything, it is just saying that the bearish month is awaiting United States dollar versus the yen. Uh, so here we can see stochastics indicator. In this scenario, the faster moving stochastic has gone again down below, and it has crossed under the slower moving stochastic. So there might be a bearish day today, and then it might cover from tomorrow or day after tomorrow because of the rate revision. Okay, it might cover from this position like it has done in here. Okay, it has moved up above this particular point, so you can get multiple levels and multiple uh, trading ideas and signals from this particular indicator. I'm not suggesting it. Okay, it is just a very good indicator. Multiple people use it. This is just for your education. Okay, stochastics is a wonderful indicator if you know how to use it. Okay, so this is the scenario. It is going down. It is going to be bearish today, tomorrow as well. Or tomorrow, obviously, rate revision is there. So tomorrow there is a rate revision, obviously. So there might be a position which might be a very volatile candle here. Then tomorrow also, day after tomorrow also, there might be a very volatile candle. So if you move down, you can see how these levels can be working and can be helping us. In this scenario, it is working, but we need to change some settings. Yeah, move on to traditional, not helping me. Dimma would be a good idea. Camarilla is another very good indicator for intraday traders. Okay, very good, because it is it is based to create levels and facilitate intraday traders only. It is very congested. It might look, but it is working really well. Okay, 148.746 is the resistance for now, and all the way down it has gone. It has taken support around at 147.061. Okay, 061 is current intraday level that is being shown here and has taken a support. If it breaks this support, then the next will be 146.639. If it breaks that as well, 146.218. But this is consolidating at this position, which means if it is making a little higher than this point, a high here, and multiple two or three highs here, then it might go up as well. But it is consistently it is moving down and it is looking to go down, and the overall trend according to stochastic is also bearish. Okay, on the daily time frame, not on this particular time frame. This is very fast time frame, right? 30 minutes comparatively. So there might be a position for downside. Okay, there might be a position for downside. We have done this. Now let's jump on to everybody's favorite. Yes. So gold obviously has been quite the commodity and has covered today exceptionally well. The only point here that I have to make, because everybody knows what is going to happen, is that this resistance point 1677 is a very crucial resistance. Okay, it has, look at this, it has acted as a resistance. These three candles resistance, this candle resistance, all this consolidation resistance. So this particular level is very important, very crucial, especially for those who are trading, because this can prove to be a very do or die wala uh, level for gold. Let's just remove this. I don't like a lot of indicators on my screen. Okay, let's just draw it again. 1677, right? Somewhere around this point. Okay, this is a very important, crucial resistance for gold. Okay, if it breaks it, there might be some news involved. It might go up and it might come down as a false breakout. If it sustains above, then there might be some good chances that it will go on, continue. Okay. Apart from that, if we look at the daily time frame, the where we are exactly, to know that, we will draw a small trend line, and which was priorly updated at this false breakout. So these are the two levels which one might expect. Okay, the first is the trend line that will act as a resistance, and next this is the horizontal line that will act as a 1677 around. Okay, apart from that, there is upside. If it is going up, nobody can stop it. But what we can do in a downtrending pair, you already know. Don't look for long opportunities, only look for short opportunities. Okay, so if even if the day is a green day, look at how slowly and steadily this move has been made. Okay, the red move, it is almost around how much, negative of 2.39%. Okay, 39 dollars. So quite a move. The slower the move, the better it is, to the more reliable it is. Okay, the slower the move, like this, 3 days it took, but it went all the way down. Now this is something which is volatile. This is something which you cannot rely upon. You cannot say that this whole situation is going to change. Now recently also I provided those levels for our team. So let's see if we can see anything else around here. Camarilla is not good for certain things. Camarilla is very very hard to follow. Fibonacci is always good. Look at this. The supports and resistances are quite working really well. So almost near this particular level, 38, there was a support, and then it turned out it went all the way down. A small hammer. Now this hammer is very very crucial. Multiple people trade only based on hammer and shooting stars. Okay, where is that? multiple people trade only based on hammer, and again a hammer has moved the price all the way up. A resistance in this zone, congestion in this zone, then again it has moved up. Okay, again now it is having some congestion. Again, it might have certain upside, it will go upside. If it has a bearish consequence, it will come down. Okay, as I already told, the market is already anticipating something in the market. Okay, something that is news is going to come out, that is this one, PMI and the gold job openings. So accordingly the market will react to this particular situation. Okay, market has expected nothing in both the cases. If it is a negative PMI, then there will be trouble for USD, and gold will cover all the way up. What is the upside here? 66.58, 75.28. I don't consider it will cover all the way up to 77. If it does, it is a miracle. Okay, but in this case, gold job openings, the impact will be not that. Uh, it would be, it would be based on the base effect as well. Okay, because we are already expecting very low. The previous data was already lower than expected, and now also we are expecting lower than the previous data. Okay, previous month it was 10.05. Now we are expecting even lower than that, 9.75 million. So we have already reduced our expectations. Doesn't mean that if the data comes out to be 10 million, that it is a very good sign for dollar. Okay, this might continue its upward journey intraday. Understood? Now this particular pivot for the month, this is a crucial pivot, I would say. Where is that? Okay, so this is a very crucial pivot for the day. Okay, who is this guy? Please don't do all of this here, please. Okay, so we were talking about the pivot point as well. Okay, so this is the scenario. 1660 is again the monthly pivot. So the price would move up and down along with this particular line within the month, and it has already closed, it has already opened below the pivot, means it is a bearish signal. However, the day might be green, but overall it is a bearish signal for the month, and the trend line is still intact. So those who are saying that there is a reversal, uh, well, good luck to you guys. Okay, no worries in that, but the trend line is still intact. Previously we saw a small anomaly in this also, in this case also. Look at how the price is respecting. The next day, the price will automatically come down below the trend line no matter what. Okay, this is the power of trend lines. Okay, this has happened previously, we talked about this. Now recently the whole process we have understood. Now what else was remaining, I suppose? Okay, yeah, GBP we have already discussed, right? Okay, yeah. Almost everything is discussed. Let's see if any other commodity we can work on. So oil is there, silver we can do, copper we can do. Copper is good. Let's see copper. Okay, yeah. This one is good. Okay. Now for copper, the movement is good enough to trade in this. Okay. Because the volumes usually in copper are very low. So I don't prefer myself. Okay. But currently we are seeing. Okay, good. So we are seeing lower than usual volumes. Okay, and the supports levels are also working very nicely. As you can see, resistance here, it has taken the resistance. Support somewhere here, it has taken support in this candle. This was a volatile candle. Okay, next day closed here, which means it is a support. Then support, also taken a resistance around this point. Okay, this that is 50% retracement level, I would say. Yeah, this one. And then yesterday it took support, it went all the way up. Today also we are talking about in this range only. Now today the volatility is low comparatively than yesterday. Okay, because yesterday news came out, and regarding the Russian intervention and Russian confrontation. So a lot more things are happening in that front, on that front. But if we remove all the levels and we will try to see the price action itself, we'll come to know something. Okay. Now can you see, can you imagine anything if you see the price action like this? Just put in the chat box if you think that this might form something in the future. Okay. Can you see that certain things? Okay. So almost around this, you can see this is not a disjoint channel, to be very precise. This is almost, I'm using it for a triangle formation. So almost like a triangle it is looking out, and the volatility is getting lowered because of the same reason. Okay. It is reaching to the sharper edge of the triangle. Okay. That is why it is, the volatility is lower. The volumes are very low. Okay. That might be difference. Last one, I would do this is, okay, it has not updated itself. The chart has not updated. No worries, we will do it here. Okay. Okay, let's leave it. It's not showing. Yeah. So yeah, we are already on the verge that we have completed everything. We have done dollar index. We have done all. We have done. We are not done silver, I suppose. Silver and platinum are still remaining. So let's do those. Okay. So let's go for Argentum. Okay, guys. This is again the levels for silver. Today we have seen an unusually higher movement, a nearly 4% increase in the intraday movement, which is quite good. But looking at the resistance here, it looks as if it is working really well. The level is 20.037 for silver. If it crosses above in the coming days, it would be around 20.5, but that won't be the case, I suppose. So it will cover below down around 19.662. Okay. Now let's see something, what the convergence divergence is saying to us. It is in a choppy session here. It is not very clear where it is headed. So it's bad to rely on such an indicator. Okay, yes. So stochastic has already entered into a very, very high overbought zone. Actually, stochastic is the drama queen of all indicators. Okay, it reacts very wildly to anything that happens in the market. Okay, it is a dramatic indicator, and this is what it is showing. The fast stow is nearly around 95, and the slow stow is below that, slowly covering around at 75. So we can say that still an upside is here within the intraday frame. Okay, within today's frame, but tomorrow there might be a covering from the top. Okay, so this unusually high candle, unusually big candle, will see some form of resistance at this point, 20.04. Okay, above that if it goes, then 20.498 somewhere around. Okay, 20.493. These are the levels. Okay, this is fine, these are working really well. Apart from that, if we just close everything, let's see the price action itself. Okay. Okay. So here we see, yes, this is a monthly time frame. I've seen very much choppy session here all the way. These are the resistance levels. Okay, this one is a good level. Then apart from that, this one is a very good level. And you can see the monthly resistance has also been around this point. Okay. It is almost like drawing the zones only. Okay. So this might not be a very good level, although this is the case in silver. So it is obviously downtrending. Now if we change it to days time frame, we can see we can see a downtrending movement. Okay. This might be some anomaly which is going out. In the case of monthly candle, there might be some wicks above it. Yes, exactly. But when you convert to daily time frame, this whole changes and it becomes some of the candles that are going up. But this is required to do it on the monthly time frame. If we do it on the daily time frame, the trend line won't be good. Okay, won't be making sense like this. That won't make sense. However, do it on the monthly time frame, it makes sense. We let the wicks go above this level. Okay, no worries in that. We let the wicks go above this level, so we see all the levels of resistances here. Okay, level of support here has acted as a level of resistance here. Okay, and again it will be very hard, very crucial level for silver to bypass 21.507. So it will be a crucial level for silver to pass on. Apart from that, you just have to remember whatever we did today was all a form of technical education. Okay, neither me nor anyone else is putting out such information to abet or tell you to trade. Okay, this is not a trading advice kind of a session. This is how to trade kind of a session, how to understand and analyze the market kind of a session. Okay, so this is purely for educational use and consider it accordingly. Okay, we have seen multiple times that the trend line has been very crucial form of resistance and crucial form of support as well. Okay, now if I see that this might be the case, and this also is acting as a channel. Okay, almost a channel, except for this anomaly. Okay, so yes, that is all. We have done a lot of indicators, quite a lot of currencies, a lot of commodities throughout one day. I didn't think I would be able to pack all this information within this time frame, and I really thought that something might be left, but I suppose we are all set for the coming week, for the coming days, especially relating to the news itself. Okay, and I believe everybody who has joined in actually understood and have become a better trader, isn't it? So, thank you very much for joining in and see you soon. Until that time, happy trading. Goodbye.